welcome to the podcast. The podcast of the centuries. The podcast of all the podcasts. And here we are, yet again, with the latest podcast. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, welcome everyone to our podcast. This is our 44th podcast. We're halfway there to 100. I don't know how that makes me feel. I don't know how that really makes me feel, to be completely honest. But the Game Awards will be happening next Thursday. Yeah, December the 9th. Game Awards. And there's already been leaks. I know. There's already been leaks around it, and I'm going to be doing probably the next podcast is going to be officially about the Game Awards and stuff like that. I'm already hearing that it is possible or potential that they're going to be showing like Nintendo. Usually Nintendo during every year during the Game of the Years awards every year, you know, they do something amazing. They just go wham, here it is, like wham. So these earphones keep falling out my freaking ear, but yeah, potentially that's gonna be happening. That there could be shown a Breath of the Wild 2 at the Game of the Year event. Also, they leak a band called The Sting. I think The Stinger. Um, I don't know what that band is. Apparently that's been leaked. Other than that, there hasn't been much leak. I'm curious of how the Game Awards is going to go. I, I feel like it's going to be rigged. I really feel like it's going to be rigged. I really genuinely feel like it's gonna be rigged, and I haven't been the fanest of the Game Awards because they kind of just go in real fast with the award. You know, best game direction. Here you go, and it's like, wait, what? You just went like rapid fast, and it's just like it doesn't it doesn't really feel like Game Awards. You know, they're sharing, you know, an award, and it's like rapid fast, and here's a new gameplay or a new teaser or a new trailer of whatever that could be, and it's just it's kind of sad. And I don't know if that's gonna happen again. I don't know how the Game Awards is gonna be for this year. But we're definitely gonna be reacting to it. I'm definitely going to be doing a full-on podcast about it. I'm definitely gonna be talking about my thoughts. And probably, I know it's on a Thursday on a during a reunify. We might stream a good bit on that day and just reacting to it. And doing a full blown reaction. I think that y'all would really enjoy something like that. To do a full blown reaction here for the ministry, for the podcast. Um, but we'll just have to wait and definitely see. Um, I know a lot of people maybe be sick of me talking about the GTA trilogy, the definitive edition. We already know the problems, and apparently, if y'all are aware, the physical copy was supposed to come out this month, and it got pushed back. It got pushed back for PlayStation 5 and Xbox to like, I think December the something. It's before Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It's definitely before then. It's definitely before then. Um, it's definitely before then. Yeah, it's going to be. It is going to be December the 17th. December the 17th. Thank you, Google. um, for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox and all them. But Nintendo Switch, however, gonna be early 2022. Um, and why is this? Because the game sucks. From what I heard, I haven't played it. I know they already put like 100 fixes into the game. Like they already done that. To be completely honest with you, like they already done like over a lot of fixes, trying to fix the game, trying to fix the issue. And let's be honest, it was just simply a cash grab. And I hate when they do that. I really, really hate that they will sit there and do that. And not only that, do you want to know what else about the GTA trilogy? It was the ports off of the mobile version that got upgraded. When people were looking at the code and looking in and data mining into it, you can actually see some cell phone prompts of how to move. So this was not looking at the console versions or any of that. This was looking straight from the mobile versions. It's like what is this? What is this? What am I looking at? Why is this happening? You know, it's like why? You know, it's literally becoming everything. And I didn't like I still want the game. I'm gonna be honest here that I want to play the definitive edition. You know, I want to see how bad it is, um, because those were my childhood. You know, I did love them, and I'm still waiting for that physical copy. So they could improve the issues, by that time. They could. Let's be for honest here. They could. How come it says I'm playing Super Autopats? Hello, I'm not playing Super Autopats. This is a podcast. This is a podcast. What? Super Autopats. Yeah, I'm not even talking. I'm not even playing Super Autopats. I'm just sitting here talking. But yeah. So there has been a lot of issues within the GTA trilogy. I know that you're probably sick of, you know, can you stop talking about it? Can you stop? Can you just stop? I mean, I'm sick of hearing you talking about that game. And I'm like, alrighty, we'll take a break. We'll look at it and take a break. Um, but for anyone that's been shopping online for this holiday, um, this is strange. Um, and this is like, wow. This is like a wow moment. All right, just hear me out. This is like a wow. This is like a wow moment. This is like one of those moments. If you're ordering from like Amazon, eBay, whatever the case may be, whatever you're ordering, whatever the online, whatever store. I mean, I don't think you have a favorite retail store. I mean, maybe you do, but just there was a FedEx person that was dumping all the boxes filled with stuff people's stuff into a river. Why is this happening? You know, it's like I'm not making this up. I'm legit. I am not making this up. I wish I could make this up. But he sit there and just dump it and be like, and it's like, it's like Alabama ravine at least 6 times. 300 to 400 packages of various sizes. 30 miles north of Birmingham, and I assume that's in Alabama somewhere. But it was like, wow. And they said, like, this can't be easy or fast. Like, what the frick? Like, who would sit there and do that? Six times? Dumping merchandises that people have saved up and bought. And decides, just dump it in a ravine. You know, even though it was already hard enough for people to get PlayStation 5, if you're looking for the next gen console, it's in the ravine. It's like, why is all this stupid stuff is happening? You know, why? It's like, why is this stuff happening? You know, like, I'm seeing people robbing trucks and stealing it and just going out, and even the Spider-Man tickets, a movie ticket is being scalped. For Spider-Man No Way Home, that's been probably the most anticipated movie of this year, probably more likely because of people being so nostalgia for it. And it's going up for like thousands upon thousands of dollars just for a ticket. It's like, wow, you know. And I'm seeing that constantly. Like, and I think what needs to happen, I think they need to put out a law, like, saying that this is illegal. Because it's not giving any people the hope and the doubts to get some of this. When they're trying to make a very high profit. And charging you way more than what it's asking you. And you think people have that kind of money just for a movie ticket? $20,000 just for a movie ticket. I'm gonna say that again. $20,000 for just a movie ticket. And it's just kind of, it's just. So you have scalpers being scalpers. You have a FedEx driver dumping stuff in the ravine. And then you have people who is robbing trucks. Like Fast and the Furious. And you probably wish that I could be making this stuff up. You probably, more than likely, wish that I was making this stuff up. I'm not. I am definitely not making. I'm not making any of this stuff up. Alright? I am not making a legitimate. I'm not making any of this up. I wish I could. I wish that I could be making it up, but I'm not. This is insane. This is like. This is insane. You know, this right here is fairly insane in what's happening in the gaming community. You know, selling a PlayStation on eBay, and let's say you get it. Back then, before all of this happening, what are you worried about when you're ordering a package? What are you most worried about? You worry about if it got a little damage or not. You're worried of how it was handled during all that process. That's probably your most of your concerns. Then you then you have all this. And let's say you get a PlayStation 5. I saw people like maybe a year ago with PlayStation 4 and open it and it was just rocks. Rocks. It's really insane and baffling to me of how far this has become. And that it really needs to stop. Like, it really needs to stop. It does. Like, this is like selling the tickets for $20,000. That is beyond going all beyond all very going all the beyond all over it, and it's it's literally crazy. It's literally baffling to me that this is what's happening in the gaming community. This is what is happening. And if it's not command, because it didn't say with the FedEx when he was dumping, those hundreds of packages just right there into the ravine, just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna dump these, it'll be fine. It's like, why, why? It's literally like, why? And it's insane. It's really insane to see this. And it's not it's packages. It can be from anything. It doesn't even have to be about gaming. And you got this holiday season, Christmas. You know, people are trying to get stuff. People are trying to buy stuff, whether it's for their loved ones or family members. Whatever the case may be. You know, trying to go out and buy the gift, and then when you see crap like this, it's like, why? This, like I said, this is just a wow moment. This is like, wow. Wow, that happened? Wow. It's literally like that. It's literally just a wow moment. Because it's insane. It's 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 like baffling to me that this is how far it went. This is how far it just kind of um went. Um it just it's sad. It's sad. Anyway, let's shift from that. Let's shift from all of this. Let's stop talking about it. We're done talking about that. I want to say this right now. We're gonna move on to Resident Evil. I am a big Resident Evil fan. Okay, there's only one Resident Evil game I do not own, and it's very very bad. It's extremely bad. I don't know if I really really want it. I don't know. I have been thinking about it. Don't get me wrong. I have been really heavily thinking about getting this game, but I don't know if I want to. Like, I want to be for real. I don't know if I really want that game. Like, to be honest with you. But there was a new Resident Evil movie that came out, and it was sort of a reboot. And it was like, alrighty, this is actually, they're trying to focus on the game. Okay, I can definitely see where this is going. Like, I can see where this is going. But how often do you see a good video game movie. How often do you see that? Not really. Let's be honest here. You hardly see a very good video game movie, a movie that's based on a popular video game franchise. I mean, Sonic did well. You know, looking at that first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, it did well. You know, we're having a Mario movie that's going to be coming out next year. So it's like, you know, you don't know, and most of it, you know, they're just bad video game movies. They're just like, it is really, really bad. Um, and to be honest, when I first saw the teaser, I can see where they were going, but I decided not to watch it. I decided not to really watch it because they kind of put on everything, you know, into this movie, and it's like, from what it looks like, it just feels like all over the place. Like, if they just focus on the first movie instead of the whole franchise, and stuff like that, I feel like it would have been better. Um, I just got that feeling it would have been 10 times better. If it did that, but it didn't. It to me, it just looks like it's all over the place. You know, it looks like, to be honest, from what I saw in the trailer, it looks like it has those moments that's probably like, I like this. Like, this is good. But it's like, I don't know. Because how can you be, because you have all these Resident Evil characters in this one movie, and not all of them are in the first game. I mean, do you see Leon Kennedy? Leon Kennedy doesn't show up until Resident Evil 2. Okay? He does not show up at all in Resident Evil 1, and I don't think Claire Redfield shows up at all. You know? Where's Rebecca Chambers? You know, I don't even see Rebecca Chambers in here. She was in the first movie. How come you have Albert Wesker, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, and then you have Claire Valentine, then you have Leon Kennedy, and then you have Brian? Like, I can understand Brian, but Leon wasn't. Leon and Claire. Like, were they trying to mix two movies? Where's Rebecca? Like, where is love for Rebecca Chambers? Like, was that just forgotten? It's like, I don't know if I should see this movie. You know, and I've been hearing how terrible it is. Yes, I've been hearing. Um, like, it, how can I put this? Like, it doesn't seem. I just. Mm, because, like, I can see that they're trying. You know, I can see that they want this to be a good movie, and then it ends up not being a good movie. And I just don't think that I should see it. If you're a Resident Evil fan, like myself, maybe, but I haven't seen it, so I can only say from what I've seen in trailers. You know, that is pretty much it. That's all I can really say. Like, that is all I can really say. And people are saying that it's bad. So I'm just gonna go off from what they say. Because looking at if you just go to Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, 5.6 out of 10 from IMDb, 29% Rotten Tomatoes, and then 2 out of 5 on Empire. And then you have 77% like this movie Google users. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube if you want to go and look at maybe a depth in review of this movie, but I can't I can't I can't I just simply can't. I don't feel like watching it. I don't. It just it looks terrible. It feels terrible. Um and speaking of Resident Evil, 4 is in the remake. And they're already kind of showing concept art, and I'm going back and replaying Resident Evil 4. You know, on I have all the Resident Evil games on Steam. I haven't beaten it on Steam. The farthest I got the last time I played was I was about to go to the island. Just got done with the castle, and that kid, I forget his name. Um, but it just felt weird with the controls. Like if you're playing Village, and then you're going back to 4, it feels like different controls all around, which is understandable. Resident Evil 4 is kind of an old game, but you're so used to aim with your mouse and go around with your mouse and stuff like that. And with this game, it feels like it's all keyboard based and hardly mouse. It feels like you're hardly using the mouse for Resident Evil 4. And um and I'm gonna go out bad and probably say it's not as great as people think Resident Evil 4 is. I'm sick of hearing Ashley. Like, I got so excited when she got taken away. You don't know how excited I was. I was like, hallelujah, praise the Lord, Ashley Graham is being taken away. Oh my gosh, just take her away out of my sight. I don't want her anymore. Because if you look at Resident Evil 4, it's an escort if you never played Resident Evil 4 before. And Ashley's just annoying. She is annoying, and annoying. So, but with the remake, all they have shown is concept art thus far. The release date and all that, I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. Um, because Capcom came up on E3, you know, did their little, presentation during E3 back in the month of June, and they kind of just came on stage and said, "We're doing DLC." They just showed it off. They didn't show anything about it. They don't like what kind of DLC was it going to include, and that stuff like that. Because if you look back at Resident Evil 7, it had a good amount of DLC. It really did. Like, Not a Hero Campaign DLC, kind of continuation. I like the DLC where it's like continuing the story. I always like DLC that is like that. You know, Fallout 3, the Brotherhood of Steel DLC. You know, continuing off the main campaign. You know, and I like that. I love that. Um, and looking at the past remakes, like let's look at the past remakes. Um, you know, they did full on remade Resident Evil 1 has already been HD remastered. It'll be cool if Resident Evil 1 got the same treatment as 2 and 3, or maybe even 0. Which I don't like 0 that much. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Uh, I would say 0 is probably the worst. Um, because I probably prefer 5 or and 6 than 0. But let's continue on. So if we look at those games, Resident Evil 2 remake did great. 3 remake did not so great. There was a if some people like if you did not play the original Resident Evil 3, then it will be fine. Like it will be completely 100% fine. But if you play like the original Resident Evil 3, you'll see that they took out a part in the remake. Um, and I don't know if they're gonna be adding that in. I've been hearing rumors that they're gonna add that in. I don't know what Capcom is up to. I know they've been working hard on Monster Hunter franchise because they do got other franchises than Resident Evil. But that's my favorite franchise from Capcom is Resident Evil, and I just want to take this time out and just talk about it. Um, so Resident Evil 4, I don't know how well it's gonna look. I don't know what parts it's gonna take out. I am replaying it. I wish they could remake Code Veronica since the original is not on Steam. Um, you would have to go and emulate it. Is the only way that I know how anyone can play Code Veronica. But I'm pretty sure if they can remake Code Veronica and put it on Steam, um, and then you'll have at least all the Resident Evils, and then hopefully 9 comes out in like 2025. I'm just guessing because Resident Evil 7 came out when 2017, I believe, and then the Village came out in 2021. We did have 2 remake and 3 remake in the between. So 18, 19, 20, 21. So about 4 years. So in about 4 years it'll be 2025. So we could get Resident Evil 9 right, maybe showed off in 2024 to show off. And they're probably working hard on it because Capcom has been very good so far. They have been a good gaming company with their products, unlike other gaming companies that just want a quick cash grab. Because Resident Evil 4, if they do it wrong, then it's a crap cash grab, just like GTA Trilogy. But if they do it right, keyword if they do it right, then it will be a very good cash grab. But that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. Resident Evil is just the movie and Resident Evil 4 leaks of the remake possibly coming soon. I just wish they could go back and kind of remake 1 in that style of like how they did with 2 and 3. I mean, I would love it, but I don't know if I don't know if Capcom will do something like that. But let's go into our last topic for this podcast, and that is Nintendo. Nintendo. Now, I'm sort of a Nintendo fanboy. I love Nintendo. I love pretty much almost majority of Nintendo games. But there's things that I just don't like what they do. There are certain things that I just like I kind of despise Nintendo. I'm like, Nintendo, how could you done this? Why? So, earlier this year, well, a few months back, they gave us a trailer during E3 showing off an expansion pack. It included N64, Animal Crossing, Happy Home Paradise. Well, it was like a DLC, but they didn't show anything until the Animal Crossing Direct. And then you had Sega Genesis game. And people were so hyped for it, including myself. You know, when we first saw it, before we even saw that price point, we were so happy about what we saw. And then price point came. And we're like, nope, nope. $50? Nope, nope, nope. I'm going to stay with my $20 a year. I'm not going to pay 50. That's too much. And then there was other problems arise, like how often were they going to be releasing these games on the online service pack? What else could they do that there could be possibly potentially other DLCs coming to the expansion pack, actually making it worth a day? And then people were having emulation. They were having so many issues with emulation on the N64. Like Mario Kart 64 going so slow, input lag and Ocarina of Time, all this stuff that was happening. And then, yesterday, I believe, we got one new game coming to the N64. Paper Mario. Good game. Love the game. I don't remember if I beaten it, but I remember I really liked it. I need to play the Origami King. But, beside the point, that's it. That's it. And Nintendo, I'm like, Nintendo, what the frick are you frickin' doing? Like, this is a joke. This is a complete joke, a complete disaster, a complete of like you just like I can't really explain it. It's like, Nintendo, why? You know? It's like, why, Nintendo? It's like, why? Why, Nintendo? Why are you doing this? Why is this happening? You know, frick you. I'm not giving you my $50. Like, I'm not going to give you my $50. Are you out of your mind? After hearing all that? And just for one game added. It's like, are you serious? Like, I remember going back. If you go back, when they first released stuff like this. Let's look back when NES. You know, Super Nintendo was the thing online. Let's look back. You know, and they just dropped amazing games. You know, to make it worth it. Like 20 titles. And to be able to play online for $20 a year, it's not bad. $20 and their Nintendo Switch Online, it needs some improvement. I don't know why they can't look at PlayStation and look how they're doing with their online services, or maybe just looking at Xbox. They have some Xbox games on the Switch. You know, Cuphead, that's an exclusive. You know, with the Ori games, that's an exclusive as well. I've been hearing rumors and leaks of a Halo game coming to the Switch. You know, but they can't look at the blueprints. They're going off with like $50 a year. If you want to play a few N64 and Sega Genesis, which you can already get from if you got the Sega Classic Collection, that probably already have all of these or most of these games, and it makes it not worth it. It really does. It's just one game just releasing this month. Is that what's going to happen? Is this going to be a routine now, where every month now they're just going to release one game? Here you go. Next month, here's your Majora's Mask. Let's ignore the NES. Let's ignore their library. Let's ignore the Super Nintendo library. Like, I'm like, where's Super Mario RPG? It's on the Classic. It is on the Classic. I have the Classic. It's not on my Switch. It is not on my Switch. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on time. That's not even on there either, is it? No, no, it's not. No, it's not. Contra 3. You know, obviously you could probably buy the Contra Anniversary Collection, but it's like where are some of these games? You know, where are some of these games that are missing from the catalog? You know, and you're just gonna look at N64, or how about look at the Sega Genesis instead of releasing stuff that they already released? Try to find something that's a hidden gem. I mean, look at the last time they released Super Nintendo games for the Switch Online. How well were they? They were pretty crap in my opinion. I haven't really touched the Super Nintendo nor the Nintendo that much on my Switch. I have not. Most of it, I just want to be able to play, just to play online. And then you have to have the phone app. I don't know why they can't just look at the blueprint. Like, the blueprint has been given to you, Nintendo. It has been given to you, and you're, like, refusing it. Just one game, Paper Mario. That's just... Wow, this is what a terrible news week. What a terrible week of stuff just happening. Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. Hopefully the Game Awards will cheer us up next week. Hopefully. More than likely I will be giving y'all the live reaction. I will definitely be letting y'all know of that, being able to be aware of that. But that's probably going to be doing it for this podcast. I hope that you enjoy this podcast. Whether you are listening here or listening in the future of the YouTube, you can always submit your topic. If you have a topic that you will love to submit, as long as it's appropriate, it could be about biblical stuff. I mean, maybe you're sick of me talking about gaming stuff or gaming related news. Maybe you're just really sick and probably just fed up with it. So, maybe you are. And also, if you would love to be part of these podcasts, if you would like to be part of these podcasts, so people is not just hearing my opinion, you know, and maybe hearing what other people have to say on the subject or the matter, there is the Discord link. If you want the Discord link, there it is. That is our ministry server. If you would love to join in our server as well. And also, for people that's, I don't know if you're watching it here or watching it in the future, we do have movie night every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, next week we'll be watching a Christmas movie. If you're watching this on YouTube, sorry, it'll be too late to put in your vote. But don't you worry. We will be voting, for the, next Christmas movie, or just go down the list of Christmas movies, to see. So, I want me to see if there's any more suggestions for the Christmas movie. I'm going to put another poll up. And we're probably going to be watching a Christmas movie during our big Christmas party week. We do have a big week. And it's going to be full out the week, probably from noon to about midnight. During the whole entire week that I have been planning, that I have been proppering. I don't know if that's a word. Setting up so that hopefully it will be a fun week. So, this Friday night, if you're watching it live right now, we will be watching Monsters, Inc. And then next week, we'll be watching a Christmas movie. It might be Christmas Story. It's in the lead, but that can change during the poll. And hopefully people can put in their vote, and hopefully people will come. Depending on how well it's going to turn out and everything that it does. So, but yeah, that's going to be doing it for me. I hope that you enjoyed this latest podcast. We'll finally be able to react to stuff and talk about stuff in the next one, which will be pretty cool. Finally, because it's been a while since we have reacted to something. I think the last time we reacted or had something was November Switch games. I haven't done December Switch games yet because usually December is just a big a big year full of holidays. So so I haven't done that yet. But that's kind of the last time we watched stuff, and I just put a bunch of trailers up for people who don't know. Um, but the last thing that I really reacted to that was a big event, that was the State of Play that happened on October the 27th. When that State of Play was revealed, and that's the last thing we reacted to. So it'd be nice to finally react to something, since it's been like a while since I have reacted to anything to do on the podcast. So that would be pretty cool. That will be pretty cool. But thank you for everyone to join the podcast. I will see you hopefully tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Saturday night, every Saturday at 7 p.m., we do have our ministry service. Those also are uploaded onto YouTube. If you're also watching this podcast on YouTube, if you're looking at the YouTube channel right now, if you're listening to this, there are sermons on the YouTube. Uh, so if you want to go in the past sermons and listen from what I have taught, what I have teach, um, that is for you. But y'all take care, have safe, be fun, do anything. Hopefully I'll see you guys at Girls in the Movie Night. I will be hanging out in the VC. If you just want to chill out in the VC, I will be there for all day until I feel tired. But yeah. Take care, God bless, and see you soon.